UFC 296 just wrapped up. Okay, this is the whole thing episode, right? So we are going to do things different right here, right? So I'm gonna start with Josh Emmett, right? Josh Emmett, for me, that wasn't even a hard punch, but it connected. If it it connected clean, right? And he went down. He got knocked out, bro. Josh Emmett makes his comeback with a knockout. And on to the next. The whole thing episode. Remember, we move on to Shock. Sorry for the pronunciation. Shock McGranoff versus Stephen Thompson. I fucking knew it was gonna be the worst fight, right? But Stephen Thompson did a great things, bro. Obviously, he's a karate fighter. He's good with that. He's good with that style of fighting. With always how he fights, right? He shows you that he's gonna strike, but fighting a grappler, like Shock McGranoff. Guess what? You know what had happened? Stephen Thompson himself over. He literally fucked himself over. Why am I saying that? Because obviously the man didn't want to fight grapplers and wrestlers. But we're not on that. Back to the fight. The fight as I expected. It was the worst fight. But not as worse. How can I put it? Not as worst as I thought, right? Because obviously Shock McGranoff got the finish. He fucking tapped out Stephen Thompson for the first time in his career. One thing that Stephen Thompson is good at is those body is fucking those body shots with that lead with that lead leg, right? He just fucking pushes it. I'm telling you, if Stephen Thompson just puts a little bit more power with those body shots, hitting fucking hitting the liver and between the liver and the ribs, the fighter goes down. Shock McGranoff, he got caught with one of those, and what happened? He just fucking ate that, and they were not good, cause you could see that every time Stephen Thompson, was trying to make this a striking, and Shock McGranoff was trying to counter Stephen Thompson. He had no chance in the striking department, and guess what? He went to what he knows best, and he grappled the out of that. He grappled Stephen Thompson, and then Stephen Thompson in the first round, he did a great job. He did a great job defending the takedowns. Then again, he made a mistake. With his first takedown that he was taken down with, right? And what Stephen Thompson was trying to do when he was jumping, he was trying to defend the takedown, knowing that Shock McGranoff is one of the best grapplers in the division, and he's not that stupid to let that mistake go. He secured the takedown. He has a great IQ of understanding that these veterans, it doesn't matter how much fights you got, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the UFC, but if you only got one fucking way of fighting, it is easy to get a win. against veterans like Stephen Thompson. He's one of the most athletic. He's one of the most athletic. He's one of the most athletic growing athletes and veteran in the UFC, and he's proven that he's not becoming slow, but he was getting better. But he also got tired. He also got tired while he was defending those takedowns. And then the second round came. Shaq McGronov did what he did best. He performed, he grappled, and submitted Stephen Thompson. That was a great submission. That was a great submission. And guess what? Shaq McGronov still with 100%. Still with 100% finish rate in the UFC. Now, on to the main event. For me, the main event was not technical at all. They were just fighting. This is my opinion. They were just fighting. Alexander fucking Pantoja. He fucking got tired in the fifth round. And that kid didn't take advantage of that. He was doing great. He was doing great with the cardio, right? But he fucked himself over. He fucked himself over thinking that he was going to thinking that he was going to win the belt fighting like that. But at the end of the day, the fight wasn't that entertaining. You know, Alexander Pantoja wanted to secure his first defense onto the main event. Guess what? The main event just wrapped up, and guess what? I gotta say, Colby Covington hasn't fought for almost 2 years, or it is 2 years, and Leon Edwards was supposed to go in there and punish this right? He was supposed to go there and punish this right? And guess what? He did himself no justice. He just went in there to dominate the fight. Guess what? He dominated the fight, and guess what? He also proved that he's one of the best welterweights in the division. Let me see. Before we get to the reaction, let's talk about what happened. Let's talk about what happened before the fight. Right? Colby obviously turns out he's just put in to fucking main event the card in order to sell the fight, or in order to sell the card, right? Because he's gonna do what he does best. He's gonna run his mouth. He's gonna talk and talk and talk. But this time he went far, right? But we're not on that. On to Leon Edwards. I'm still on before the fight. What had happened was Leon Edwards was fighting emotional in that fight, but he did his best to keep his composure. And when he did keep his composure, he performed at his best. He didn't do shit in the press conference when he was supposed to kick. When he was supposed to hit fucking Colby with a chair in his fucking head, which was justified, but he got an opportunity to go. He got an opportunity to go crazy, but he did not go crazy in the fight. Guess what? He ends up in the fifth round being dominated, and he ends up in the fifth round being dominated, and guess what? He didn't do himself no justice by selling the fight, but not performing with what you really feel. It like, to be honest, it was not gonna be the smart way to go about fighting. But Kobe hasn't fought in years, bro. Kobe hasn't fought in years. You were gonna have a huge advantage. It doesn't matter if you were gonna get caught, but you were gonna make, like, you were gonna somehow make the fight more interesting than it was supposed to be. What I just witnessed, I was not gonna buy that if I knew the card. I mean, if I knew the main event was gonna go like that. I bought that shit thinking that, oh, Leon Edwards is gonna fight emotional. The fight is gonna be more entertaining. Like, Leo, like the fight was gonna be more entertaining. Like, Kamar Usman versus Kobe Covington. Guess what, bruh? The man just fought smart. He wanted to get paid. I understand that. Now back to the fight. Come on, man. Kobe is one stubborn right? This is a dick. Number one. Number two, this doesn't listen to his coaches. He is given instructions or advice on what he has to do in order to initiate more, in order to make the fight competitive. But he was fighting way different than he's fought his past fights. He lost to Kamaru Usman. He was pressing the fight. He lost to Kamaru Usman the second time. He was pressing the fight. He fought Masvidal. He fought Masvidal, and guess what? He fought Masvidal. He was pushing the fight. And then Henry Cejudo said something. Henry Cejudo said one of the greatest things, and I I didn't take that to mind until I watched the fight with Leon Edwards. Turns out, Henry Cejudo said, Kobe Covington fights the same. Kobe Covington's style is the same. He switched camps from American top team to these new guys. Obviously, they're supposed to feed him something new, right? They're feeding him something new. He's not reciprocating the energy. He's not being stubborn, but he's not listening to them. He's not going in the octagon. He's going to the octagon thinking to himself that I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And guess what? When I was looking at Kobe's eyes, he just didn't want to get finished. And Leon Edwards was not going out there to fucking, finish him. Cause everything Leon Edwards was throwing, it was vicious. Don't get me wrong, it was vicious as fuck. But it was not meant to hurt Kobe. It was meant to dominate Kobe. Those leg kicks were one of the most vicious things Leon Edwards could have ever done to Kobe. But Leon Edwards was supposed to break Kobe's face. But he went in there and dominated. He was moving well. Maintaining his cardio. Throwing fucking counter left hooks when Kobe fucking throws punches with his head down. And Leon Edwards a couple of times made him fucking pay for that, but it was not enough. Nah, those kind of punches are not gonna. I'm not gonna take Leon out. I'm not gonna take Kobe Covington out like that. And yeah, man. it was not one of the great fights, but I've learned that um to admire the technical parts of the fight, right? Because Leon Edwards was calculated, throwing leg kicks. He was throwing most of the time leg kicks, battering that fucking leg. He was battering that fucking leg, and guess what happened? When he battered that fucking leg, he didn't use that to his advantage. In order to in order to give Kobe what he deserves. He just let him off. He just let him off. Kobe would wrestle, boom, they take him down, and then what happened? And what and then Leon Edwards would take Kobe down too. Like, why the fuck are you doing that? Obviously, he wants to keep his championship, and he wants to be champ for a long time. He's chasing legacy. He was not chasing to break. He was not chasing to break Kobe's face. At the end of the day, this is where we close this shit. Remember, this is the whole thing episode. Give a fuck. Take care of your body, because it's the only fucking place that you live in. This is it. We are doing it now. Come on. Subscribe, and do your shit.